Marjorie Taylor Greene is a racist, sexist, homophobic insurrectionist. Inflation is up all across the country. It's not just in red states. You're making an argument on a plan that doesn't exist. Where's the plan?
Yeah, I'm sure there will be one coming out.
Obamacare has been in existence for over a decade. Where's the plan?
I want to hop into a CNN panel with liberal Dan Coe shutting down a MAGA Republican on largely Trump's failures from healthcare to the economy. So if you can, leave us a like on the video. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers, and let's get right to the breakdown.
There's a reason why Republicans are flailing in the affordability issue, because the Democrats have the story and have the high ground here. We want to talk about raising minimum wage. Republicans are always trying to vote it down. We talked about capping prescription drugs. Republicans tried to vote that down. Healthcare and paid leave, trip cancellation fees, all of these things that Democrats have pushed forward, Republicans have either undone or voted against. This is the story that Democrats need to be telling. The kitchen table issues that are hurting people. By the way, inflation is up all across the country. It's not just in red states.
He's simply spot on. And to obfuscate from this very obvious, very inconvenient lie, Republicans always have to allude to the vague, intangible things. Oh, deregulation is the key. Small government is the key. The free market is the key, even though we know these things just aren't solutions, right? Look at how they just had to bail out small government principles that failed in Argentina to the tune of $40 billion. Remember, Trump came into office and was doing the largest deregulation agenda in American history. Prices have only gone up since then. Dum-Dum has debunked his own lies time and time again. Meanwhile, Democrats have offered real solutions that would help real people and have, when implemented at lower levels, the state level, localities, all of that, and Republicans on the federal level consistently shoot it down. Only one party is for the working class, and it's literally obvious.
I mean, you guys shut down the government for 40 days over this, and now you're saying, oh, Republicans are putting up roadblocks?
You're making an argument on a plan that doesn't exist. Where's the plan?
Yeah, I'm sure there will be one coming out.
Obamacare has been in existence for over a decade. Where's the plan?
Yeah, and look what it's cost us. Skyrocketing healthcare costs.
Show me the alternative that we've been waiting
subsidies
for.
that are going directly to insurance companies and not lowering the cost of healthcare. That's the crux of this issue. I'm sure Republicans will come forward with a plan. They need to. I think they should.
Republicans have been saying that for over a decade.
But it's going to be on Democrats to step forward and say, okay, we're willing to have a conversation with you, Mr. President, about this.
Right. Like, it's really dumb when you actually say it out loud. Obamacare has been a thing since 2014. That's 11 years. It was being discussed for years before that. From when Obama took office, you could easily say like 14, 15 years, right? Republicans in that time have literally not even brought a single bill to committee on an alternative. They have not even drafted the concepts of a plan for an alternative since then. All they've done is point at Obamacare and pretend that every single issue in healthcare can be caused by it, even when it makes no sense. That's why you see here, when a Republican is asked point blank, okay, what's your plan to replace it? They just go, well, Obamacare, rising costs, look at how it's affected us, even though premium costs in private insurance have risen faster than they have since Obamacare, or since like public insurance and Obamacare's inception.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is a racist, sexist, homophobic insurrectionist. Let's just run the clock back, okay? This is a person who claimed that the California wildfires were caused by space lasers from a rich Jewish family. She said that Pelosi was using Nazi gazpacho police. She called LGBTQ people predators. She called January 6ers hostages, going on and on and again. So we shouldn't let this recent narrative of turning against Trump fool anyone. Either side of the aisle should not want a member of Congress like this.
I agree. I made a post with a point similar to this the other day, like how this is now the one and only achievement Donald Trump can claim for his second term. He got a racist out of office. And that is, if she goes through with it, she could wheel it back at any time. And then she could also use this to catapult to a higher office, like, governor or senator or something. If that happens, it becomes another stain on Trump's already tarnished legacy. But Dan Coe is spot on here, right? We can't let MAGA just, in terms of the totality of them, do an Uno reverse after being horrible people for 3 years, just because now the tides have turned against them. The optics have turned against them. The Overton window has turned against them. Let her be honest where it's needed. We can amplify her confessions. That's needed, right? But to pretend we have an ally in her and to pretend we're going to welcome her with open arms is kind of insane. It's good riddance to me as well. And hopefully Trump and Vance follow suit shortly.